What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Breakfast Club. Another day. What is it? Tuesday, February 11th. Ooh, baby, B&B's making a run for it. I'm kind of shocked. Watching that price go up. I see some tokens launching on there. I got it to Captain B&B. It was up 27,000%. So super excited. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I know it's crazy. B&B is actually making a run. A little bit. I don't think it's going to take away all of the liquidity from Solana, but it's nice to see some other things moving, which is a positive sign in this market. So, yeah, how are you guys doing? What's up, Zach? Are you back from your vacation?
No, still out here, West Coast, but getting ready to leave today. But Cardano, man, Cardano making a push. Grayscale filed for an ETF with ADA, so I think this is going to be the year for ETFs. I really do. I think this is going to be the year we see a lot of different ETFs, and maybe even basket ETFs too. Where you get exposure to a bunch of different assets through one ETF. Grayscale has their large cap fund already. Cardano's been in and out of that for a while, but I think you're going to see a lot of that happen here in 2025 from the big players like Grayscale, BlackRock, Fidelity, etc. Man, so exciting times, man. This is kind of what we've been waiting for. Real institutional adoption is happening, and it's driving this bull market. There's no doubt about it. Retail is here. Some of us are, right, but this is an institutionally driven bull market, and if we're lucky enough to be some of the retail here, we get to kind of ride that wave with the big banks, the big whales, the institutions, and everybody else is going to come in, a little bit later once it's quote unquote legitimized or regulated or whatever. But man, we're here before them. So that's kind of where my head's at right now, Zach.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I actually love it. The fact that it's not just taking off and we're still so early. I mean, we're running with the institutions, which is kind of funny. And a lot of us, that came in early are ahead of them. I bet they have a lot of money. They just didn't talk about it, but there's a reason they're not pushing everything. They're behind on the 8 ball a little bit. So they need to get all their positions correct before they really introduce it. And that's another reason I was actually very bullish to not see crypto on the Super Bowl. Honestly, at this moment in time, it gives all of us some more time to get into better plays, honestly, and start accumulating some of the top, coins and altcoins. And, I bought some more HBAR, Hedera, all kinds of stuff. So I'm very happy with that. I'm stabled up. I'm ready for any kind of movement at any given time. Even though Trump's bullish for crypto, he could be bullish. I mean, he could be bearish for wars, or who knows what's going on. So you always got to keep capital on the side. And that's kind of really just playing the game. Honestly, I'm having so much fun with meme coins this cycle, and I'm taking my profits and I'm putting it right back into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. Honestly, that's what I'm doing. And I usually do a third. I'll take a third, to play with, a third to go into either one of those three, and a third into stable. And I'm okay with that. I mean, if the market's crashing, my stable's staying the same. If it goes up, I don't lose, I don't gain, but I'm ready. And you have to be ready for market fluctuations. That's the only way to win in this game. Because if you're completely out of money, how are you going to DCA? You're going to panic and sell at a loss. And that's no way anyone wants to live. So I'm happy. I'm glad the market's moving. It's good to see, B&B making some traction. That's a top altcoin. So it's fun. It's moving. It's not moving as fast, but it comes back to the point that people really still don't have any money. It doesn't matter. You can lower interest rates. Doesn't mean that person now has $1,000 in the bank account ready to invest. No, it doesn't work like that. That's for the big guys and people that want to make, big money, smart business moves. But overall, we need money to come back in the market. We need Trump to push it. We need governments to push it. and we're rolling just with them and seeing what's going to happen. So it's kind of funny to sit back, drink a cup of coffee, and realize that we're in the financial era of the .com era. I mean, this will never happen again, and it's fun to be there right with them. And the rest of the world has no idea on what crypto is, how to use it, blockchain technology. They're not deep in the trenches like we are every day. So I'm very happy and proud to say I'm part of a great community. This community is very small, even though it seems large. We're small, but we're front running. We're learning every day, and that's all you can do. I mean, learn, make mistakes. A lot of smart people make tons of mistakes, and you don't learn off of winning. You actually learn off of losing, what not to do, and just make better decisions for your financial freedom. And that's where we're at. And I'm excited. I'm going to get off my soapbox and kick it over to Paid. How you doing, Paid?
GM, yo, it's funny. We have people like Mar in here, right? Mar, we love Mar, right? Mar's a great guy. And, this whole bull run, oh, ADA, they're not doing anything. Cardano, it's boring. Blah, blah. Whatever, dude. All right. ETF filed. Mar, don't even come on stage. Mar, don't come up today. Like, you can come up, but don't even unmute the mic because Cardano, ETF coming. That shit was filed. More's coming. It's fucking ADA. It's Charles Gang. We have gang signs and stuff. We put our hands in the air and we say ADA and get ADA tattooed on our neck. That's all I got to say today. I tagged Mar in like 10 different posts about Cardano yesterday. Yeah. And I was just like, Mar, what about this? I was like, Mar, look at the thumbs down from Mar right now. He's home crying in Club 11 in the corner. All the girls are walking around the stripper pole. And now he's crying in the corner because, did Diode get an ETF? No. Did AVAX get one? No. Don't even let Mar come up. Mar, just sit right there. Don't even let him up, Zach. Just let him sit there for like 5 minutes. Did Dione get one? No. What was the other one? Zach Humphreys. What was the other one? R Trade? Did R Trade get? No. No. Wait, hold on. I don't remember the other ones, Zach. There's a lot of them. What was the other one? Max Capital Returns. I don't even know what it's called. Did they get one? The name is no, because I don't remember the fucking name. All right, Cardano's going to the fucking moon. It's probably, I don't know about $18, Zach. Let's be honest. I think conservatively 7 to 10. I'm happy with that. That's a little over an 11x from here. What are we at? 80 cents right now. 80 cents again. Thank you very much. While the rest of the market's kind of like not doing what it needs to be doing, but you got like an 11, 12x right there just to get to $10, and I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. And that's all I got to say. And Mar, you're not even going next because I'm throwing it to Clifford because he got his hand up into the Bitcoin Barbie. And then Mar will think about getting to you as you crying with your Dione bags and your Max Capital bags and all your other bags that you're crying about because they didn't get an ETF. Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. I'm in Tangier with my mom. Clifford, what's up?
Oh no, I gotta hear Mar's response to this. You go first, Mar.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Zach. Good morning, Zach. No from Subway. Paid. I still love you. I wish they'll add the middle finger, the emoji middle finger. I don't know why they don't add it, but not for you. Not for you, Paid. Well, good morning to everyone, or good afternoon, or what is it? Good evening for you, Zach? I don't know where the hell you at, but not from Subway. I'm talking.
Not from Subway.
I just
Not Zach
decided
Humphreys. Change your fucking YouTube name. Zach, not from Subway. I think that's best.
Not everything good, man. You pay.
Yo, I can't hear Mar at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, he runs right when he's trying to talk shit about Cardano. Look at him. Look at him. Right there is another example. He was about to say something about Cardano, and God or the universe or whatever y'all believe in was like, nah, Mar, sit down. Sit, mute. There you go. Look at that. Cardano ETFs can't be stopped even by the bullish bear, Mar himself. Mar, what do we call him? Zach from Subway? Mar from Miami. Mar, change your name. It's Mar from Miami from now on. There you go. Thank you. We'll try to get Mar back up. Hold on, I'm inviting him up right now. He must have had a technical difficulty. I just invited him. We'll get back to Clifford and to the Bitcoin Barbie until he fixes whatever's going on.
Dang, that sucks that Mar Rug, man. I know that was gonna be hilarious. But no, man, some huge news today already. I don't know if anybody's kind of listened to it, but Jay Powell is supposed to go and speak at I believe, the Senate this morning. There's a hearing. So that's going to be a big one. Tim Scott was already on Fox Business this morning. He's going to grill him on debanking. So I expect crypto is going to be like the talk of the town this morning. I think it's at like 10 a.m., something like that. But no, anyways, a couple big things from projects this morning. I told you guys, I don't know if anybody watched the Ondo Summit, but Mary Catherine Lader, the COO of Uniswap, was there, and she said that they were going to launch a L2 Uniswap. And this morning they made news of Unichain being launched this morning. So that's a big one that came out of the Ondo Summit and has come to fruition this morning. They announced that one already. So pretty huge there. Also, along with that, right after Uniswap posted that, Circle made an announcement that they are developing tools live on Unichain, which will also in the future have a smart contract platform. So smart contracts coming to Circle stablecoin. So get ready for that. You know, everybody was bearish about the news when David Sachs came out there with the Department of Agriculture, Tim Scott, all of those guys last week, and they said that they were going to push stablecoin regulation and framework first. Well, now you're seeing all these circles and tethers of the world releasing all this big news about what they're working on. And I still think that stables are going to be, in my opinion, what people are going to use for everyday purchases of things. You know, you go buy your coffee with a stable, that sort of thing, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, whatever, you know, in the future, instead of spending, like we talked about on the last space, spending your Bitcoin on that kind of stuff, you're going to spend your stable. Why not? You know, it's a dollar derivative basically. So that's it just makes sense. But yeah, big news also. I don't know if Zach, you might have caught this one, man, but Ondo released a tweet this morning that they were partnering up with World Liberty Fi on their tokenization. And then like 5 minutes later, they deleted the tweet. So there was, I think there was like a leak that came out a little early that wasn't supposed to. And so they had to delete it, but just a little snippet, you know, kind of what's to come with that one. And then shout out to Cardano, Paid, man. You've been holding that one down for a minute. I've been holding Cardano too. I'm happy to see it. Charles is based, man, and you know it's going to be big for Cardano, I think too, especially you know U.S. based as well. I'm happy to see that for Cardano ADA holders. So that's awesome. That's about what I got, man. Appreciate you coming to me, bro. Mar, back to you.
Yo, Mar, right before we get to you, we have an announcement, Zach and Zach. We have a new sponsor partner of the show. I don't know if you can break it, Zach, from something. I don't feel doing it. You do it. Zach, you're not gonna break the news? Jesus Christ, bro. Zach, not from Subway. You can make the announcement. There you go. Oh, that's so new and wicked. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. XPX Token came on stage. Yeah, they're officially starting with us. You can give a quick rundown. I think next week we're gonna really, start pushing them hard. But expect you're up here now. If you want to say a couple things, welcome to the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you guys, man. I mean, you guys are absolutely amazing, and I'm looking forward to everything that we got bringing to the table. And I think you guys are the best guys to showcase it with us. And looking forward to all the other partnerships that we'll work on the back end. And yeah, it's all about networking, making connections, and that's what this Breakfast Club is all about. We see some of the great people pulling up. I see Coin Merge up in here. I use their Coin Ranker bot. If you guys are a crypto project, you guys better use that bot. I advertise it almost every day, and that's what these, you attract the right people if you're doing the right things in the space. And I think that's why we have such a great Breakfast Club, and why we see great projects, and even like Coin Merge coming up, and obviously XPX, spearheading the off-ramp solutions and bill payments for everybody who uses crypto. So yeah, thank you guys. I came here to listen and to support you guys and support the Breakfast Club. I'll listen in and let everybody get ready for what we have to announce in the coming days.
Awesome, guys. Give them a follow. Yeah, we're gonna be working with them for a little while here, so make sure you guys check out what they're doing. They got that card with the bill pay announced, I believe. XPX, you already announced it.
Yeah. We have virtual cards are live, physical cards are live, 150K limit. We have 5 businesses using our pay portal, and we've announced 10 countries that allow us to pay people's bills. And what's nice about this is our cards were KYC, because obviously they're very high limit cards, so they were KYC. But what's nice about bill payments is it's going to be non-KYC. So we're talking about, paying somebody's mortgage, paying somebody's water bill. Maybe you got to send money back to Mexico. Maybe you got to send it back to the Philippines. Maybe you got to help a family member out. Maybe you're building your house over there because you're just hitting on meme coins nonstop. And this is a great way for you to pay your bills. So,
your lips to God's ears, bro. I'm in Tangier right now with my mom. Me and my mom are at some rooftop eating lunch, and she's like, I could live here. I could see myself here. I was like, of course you can, in this luxury ass restaurant we just went to that ate up all my fucking money.
Yeah, man. I plan on building something. I'm planning on building my little beach house out of the States myself. I speak Spanish. I'm bilingual and stuff. I'm Puerto Rican, and I want to build a nice house, a nice beach house. I already kind of found a spot, been working on that and stuff. But yeah, and that's kind of what it's all about, right? I think every crypto investor and everybody who's doing well in crypto will have their nice little getaway house, to take time off during the bear market. And well, when we get there, we're going to want to be able to pay in crypto, right? So you guys will be using XPX for sure. I have no doubt about that.
Awesome. You'll love it. So guys, go check them out, follow them. XPX, you have Telegram, right? I know you have the private Telegram where we're talking. Yeah. You have a public, I guess you could say, Telegram, correct?
Yeah. We're launched on the Binance Smart Chain. We hit an all-time high at 2.7 million. We're down at like 900 and something right now. We had some redistribution, because this was a fair launch, so it wasn't like we had like control of the supply or nothing like that. So people who got in early just got in early, and we had some people snatch up $10,000-$20,000 bags, and people were whales. And we had some good redistribution from 2.7 million, like any crypto project does, down to around like 800 or something. And we're on that up and up now. And it kind of was timed at the same time that the market kind of crashed. And people get scared and stuff. And they're like, well, let me take my profits off of this because this is my only winner anyway. So, so we have some solid redistribution. And like I said, it was a fair launch, liquidity generating event. But we're on the Binance Smart Chain holding strong at about 900, almost $1 million market cap. And I think what's more impressive is that we have 73% of the supply staked. So we have a staking contract and we have a lending contract, but I really don't know of any other project or have seen, and I'm not trying to like be better than anybody else. I'm just doing my own thing, right? But I don't think I've ever seen 73% staked that much. And that's, the team, our own bags that we bought, that's the community. We've had some pretty respected devs announce that they bought over 2% of the supply and staked it, which is valued at over $20,000, getting close to $30,000. And they vocally, the developer of Feg Token of the whole ecosystem, Rox, has publicly announced that he supports XPX, and the whole FEG ecosystem is being paid through our pay portal, and he owns 2% of our supply. So, 73% stake, I think, is really impressive, and it shows conviction in the long-term vision of XPX. And so check us out, man. Thank you, Paid, XPO, and Zach, both Zachs. You guys are epic, man, and I came here to support, and we'll continue to, man, and hopefully everybody else does, man. Like and retweet the space.
Yeah, awesome. Yo, Zach from Subway. I don't see the pill on the bottom. Do you see it? I only got the little plus sign.
I don't see it either. That's weird.
Fucking iMac. All right, I've learned. All right, so
This has been an ongoing issue. I've been seeing this happen on a lot of people's spaces over the last week. The pill is not working.
So if you set up a space on your iPhone and launch it on an iMac, the pill doesn't work, I guess, because that's how I did it. But the other day I launched the space myself on the iMac and created it on the iMac, and then the pill was there. So Elon's gonna come on, Elon, step it up.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Elon has so much money, and dude, devs are, like they're not that expensive nowadays. Just fucking fix everything. Thank you. Yeah, we'll get back to Mar, but just if anyone was inquiring about my view this morning while I ate, it's in the bubble. So have fun. And feel free to come if you want to come hang out in Morocco anytime. Call a travel agent and book your own hotel if you're not staying with me. Thank you, Mark. What's up, bud?
But if you want to do posts in the purple pill, the only way to do it is click on my profile, find the space, and then you can do the comments section there.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, you can do that as well.
Man, I don't know. Like, I think like my neighbor, she's like, she controls the internet here in the house, and I think she knows about the Crypto Breakfast Club, and it always happens like around the same fucking time every day when my internet goes down. Fucking bitch. Anyways, no, for real. Like it always goes down like around the same time. But I mean, I don't want to blame her, but I am. Anyways, yeah, no, I just want to listen. I'm seeing a lot of frustration with people waiting for the bull market. Some people stating it's going to be in it's going to start late February. Some people March. Look, even myself, I'm guilty for taking wild guess, but at least I try always to use the word guess right in front of when I'm talking about when do I think the bull market should. I'm guessing. So I'm just guessing, and when you're guessing, most of the time you're probably wrong. But people are panicking and all this, and whenever you have a time, just sit back, and which is what I did last night. I lost the notes. It's somewhere in the house and I can't find it, but it's easy. Just sit back, start looking at all the news, everything that's going on, especially with the government, and start writing what can trigger this bull market. Forget about when. A year from now, we don't know, because we don't know when these guys in suits smoking crack on top of the mountains are thinking, okay, in that cabin that they have hidden, and that's where they go and smoke all the crack they want. They're gonna realize, yeah, dude, they go up there. Years ago, they used to go up there to smoke cigars. Now they got bored. Now they smoke crack, and they'll decide when the fuck to say, okay, the bull market is coming. Okay, guys, this, we could get the laws and this. So I kind of did a few triggers, and you could see it already. Even Cardano, that's like whatever, it's already getting an ETFs, or they're applying for ETFs. So we spoke about this, Zach, from Subway. We spoke about this months ago where, yeah, we got ETFs from Ethereum and Bitcoin, and then we're going to have a tidal wave of ETFs that people are not even going to give a shit. If an ETF right now comes out for Solana, it will be good. But not, look at the hype on Ethereum. It wasn't even that big. So now they're going to roll out like 10 fucking ETFs at one time. Solana, Cardano, XRP, like at least a few at the same time, just to get the hype on the market. I think that's going to be a nice trigger for blue chips and the altcoins. Okay. Another trigger that we have, which is for me one of the biggest one, is the Bitcoin reserve. Once we get that could trigger, and those are news that once we start pumping, those are news that are going to come out. They're not going to be like released at the same time. These guys are not stupid. And then we have news where how do we onboard retail? I think the most important coin, which was I think Zach from Subway was talking about this a few minutes ago, or who was it? Or Clifford, was stable coins. That's how they're going to get people into crypto, with stable coin. People are going to start getting educated just with stable coin and the blockchain they're going to buy it on, which is going to be Ethereum, or if they want to choose their stable coin on Solana. That's how they're going to be educated at first. And I think stable coin is the key to bring in the massive of and understanding. I mean, of new retail. These retail have to understand that this is not a stable coin. It's a digital dollar. I think we got to get out of that stable coin fucking name. It's just a fucking digital dollar on the blockchain. And I truly believe, I've had this argument with Larry and a few others. I think the U.S. are not going to give a shit about USDT. I don't care if they have it in their website. They're coming up with their own stablecoin. They want to control the fucking supply. They got the dollars. They could print the fucking dollars. So I think that certain stablecoins are going to control certain regions, and fucking Africa is going to be this one. Europe is going to be this one. North America, whatever, is going to be this one. Asia is going to be this stable coin. And it's all about the war of regulations between them, probably. But I said the last word I said, regulations. I am bearish with regulations, but super bullish with regulation. Meaning, once regulation starts kicking in, it's going to be a little bearish, maybe. But once it's all settled and done, it's going to be great, because that's what's going to bring retail. My whole point of this is how to bring in new retail. Ethereum needs to fix their gas fees. I actually had a conversation with a Wall Street kid, and not a big shot, but he's got, Ethereum needs to fix their gas fees. That's one of the main issues with Ethereum. These people on Wall Street, when they trade, the fees are super minimum. They don't they don't want to be paying highly fees. And yeah, you could do it on exchanges, of course, but a lot of these guys, they don't trust these exchanges because of market makers. That's another problem we're having with Wall Street jumping into crypto. They don't, these things are corrupted also in Wall Street, but not as man. He told me crypto is just bad. I've had friends look at the data, and it is just bad. So that's one thing that we need to regulate. I think big time. It's exchanges and market makers, and that's all going to take time. Of course, that is why I always say we don't know when the fucking massive bull run is going to be. If we ever have one, we might have a bull run, but it's going to be different. It might last longer, but less of a crazy pump, which that would be awesome. That would be awesome. That will give more opportunities to people to get in and get out. Remember that. But yeah, just write down the triggers. What are the triggers that we need to start this massive bull run? And then once we're in the bull run, you can start. What is the trigger, which we'll never fucking know, that could stop this bull run? I said to Paid not too long ago, man, we've had so many good news after good news. It's just, it's like eating your favorite food over and over. You're gonna get tired of it. I think we just had too many great news from right before Trump got elected, towards the time he got elected, that it's just like that's it. The market can be going with good news after good. It's not good. It's not good at all. But yeah, stop asking when is the bull run. What will trigger the bull run? I truly believe multiple ETFs is one. I think regulations with the stable coins. You heard it in the meeting. That's all they spoke about, and also the reserve for Bitcoin. I truly think this is all going to take some time towards probably the end of the year. Many people are aiming probably October, November, where we started that crazy uptrend. Nothing wild, but a nice uptrend. And listen, I could be wrong. Now I'm guessing with time, but those are the things that I'm waiting for in crypto. And I hope that when they start with regulations, they'll start soft, not hard, like to fucking they'll destroy the market, and and they'll start with exchanges, man, which they have already. Look how many exchanges you can use in the United States. You know, you think that they did this? What do you think the U.S. did this? Because they know the manipulation that's going on with the market makers.
Yeah, market makers, man. Those are the ones. I'll jump in on that, man. I mean, you got some good points on there. I've been trading futures and trading since 2017, and you can see it after you've done it for that long. Even trading the regular traditional markets and stuff, you can see it after trading that long. The euphoria will leave you, and you will start to just acknowledge it and stuff. And that's why it's easy to buy when it goes up. It's easy to sell when it goes down. But the hardest point that people have are during these consolidation periods, and that's when the market makers make the most money. So they're incentivized to keep it as choppy as they can to liquidate people back to back. And yeah, man, I agree with you on a lot of that of what you said and stuff. I think that people need to realize that you're still early no matter what, and this is the future. So when bull run is like, we're technically in this everlasting bull run nonstop, where these things that happen, one day we're going to look back, and when we zoom out, it's going to be super, super macro. It's going to be super tiny, where it doesn't really matter. Because when you look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, in all honesty, it's just been going up. That's all Bitcoin has ever been doing. It's just been going up and up and up. And I believe, because this is the future of finance, and we all do, that it will always continue to go up. Are there going to be pullbacks? I mean, yeah, of course. This is how they get money to build out for more infrastructure. This is how they get money to do more marketing. This is what they do, right? This is how the system kind of works and stuff. But as far as like, I honestly believe that we're kind of like in a super cycle, and we kind of don't even know it. I know some people don't want to say that, and there's always like some kind of doom and gloom for some reason, of people like wanting to like be down and out. I think it's because they're overexposed and they're not planning their trade and trading their plan. But if you got a long-term goal in crypto, you should be ecstatic, because all these ETFs, and you go back, and I'm a person that I like to look back at stuff and see like how it matches up to now. But when you look at like the Bitcoin ETF when it went, or the gold ETF when it went live, it went up for 8 years straight. But it also tested people. Like, it also shook people the F out like crazy. There was even a really nice dip before it started to ride up. But when you look at it now, because that happened way back when, now it just looks like a vertical up and up. But there was consolidation periods. There was periods where they shook everybody out, and that's why I believe that we're in a super cycle, because a Bitcoin ETF in 2 cycles, like the 8 years like gold did, 8 years is 2 Bitcoin cycles. I would consider that a super cycle if we went up for the next 8 years straight. I think it's very possible and stuff. So I think super cycle is something that's on the table. I think in the short term we get bummed out, but we're good, everybody.
SPS, yeah, you said it right. And he actually told me this when I spoke to him. These guys played the long game, bro. So they could zoom out and put the strategies in. They can't play that 2021 game. You're crazy. They're playing the long game. And look how frustrated people are already. Especially, man, I see people on X. It's over. It's over. And these people are like, we got to play the long game. That's just the way it is. And it's the right way, believe it or not. Look what happened in 2021.
Justin, Federal Chair Powell says central bank they don't need to be in a hurry to lower interest rates any further. Mar, are you bearish or are you bullish?
I mean, the market is probably going to react bearish, but I'm bullish on that, man. Inflation, you can't lower interest rates right now. It will be worse. It will be worse, from what I'm told.
Hey guys, I want to hit on this real quick too. So something I put up in the nest, because we had just mentioned this at the top of the space. Retail traders' share of crypto trading volume has dropped to just 18%, down from 40% in 2021, signaling a continued dominance of institutional players. I think this is really the big narrative right now. And you take a look at what happened the last few months here, and really recently with Trump's meme coin. He liquidated the hell out of the meme coin market. And what did that do? It liquidated the hell out of retail. That's really what happened. I mean, I'm looking at some of my meme coin holdings and I got wrecked. Now, thank God I'm not over leveraged there, right? Like, thank God I've got bigger holdings elsewhere. But I'm looking at it, man, like, you know how this goes. Majority of people, they got 70, 80% of their holdings in meme coins. They got wrecked. I mean, it sucks to say it, but you got to look at this as a learning lesson, you know? And I'm just looking around thinking, okay, if some of these meme coin projects I'm holding are down this much, I know people are over leveraged, and that's only making this whole institutional argument, I think, you know, a bigger spotlight. This is, to me, the focus needs to be on the institutional players. Like, what are they doing? What are the moves they're making? You know, World Liberty 5 partnering up with Ondo, as Clifford mentioned. This whole RWA narrative. This is really where the big money's going to come. If we want this thing to go from 3.5 trillion to, say, you know, 7 or 8 trillion this bull run, it's going to come by way of RWA and the major US based companies leading the way, leading the surge. I mean, that's where it's going to come. I mean, will there be some meme coin waves here and there? Yeah. Can you catch a few waves and ride a few? Sure. But, like, don't get it twisted. Like, do not look at this as like the end game. You know what I'm saying? Meme coins are, you know, they're there for a good time, not a long time, right? Most of them, 99%, right? And you just got to call a spade a spade. But people get caught up in this whole idea of this is the game changer. This is the, you know, and at the end of the day, I mean, how many actually stay, right? I mean, how many actually stay and you know, become top cryptos? Very, 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 very few, you know? So go ahead, Zach.
Oh, sorry. And on top of that, speaking on that, Zach, that is another reason I don't think we're going to see a bull run anytime soon, like a real massive, is because it's the oversaturation of tokens and liquidity. There's not enough to make everything run. Unfortunately, it is what it is. This isn't, you know, 2021. You know what I mean? So it's like,
But Zach, to your point, it's only getting worse.
yeah.
You know, hundreds of thousands of tokens are being made every day, and 99% of them are shit. But there's going to be some good ones in there,
Right.
and could run to the billions. And you're going to take liquidity from maybe established projects or projects in the future, or, like, you know. So, like, I agree with you 100%.
I mean, go look.
There will always
Oh, sorry, Zach.
there will always be a degen market. You know what I mean? I think there's always going to be a degen market for sure. But the game is changing. The game is changing. The real money is with the institutions, guys. I mean, it's, again, all you got to do is look at, from when Donald Trump got elected president, Bitcoin was at $69,000. Bitcoin went from 69 to 100 and whatever, 9 or whatever at the top, right? Do you think people like us did that? Do we have that kind of money? No, none of us do. We can't move the market like that, right? BlackRock can, though. Fidelity can, though. The big banks can. You know, billionaires, you know, trillion-dollar asset managers. That's who's moving the market all the time. And it's only going to get more profound. It's only going to get, you know, once that train starts moving, with these ETFs now live, right, with strategic Bitcoin reserve coming, with then a maybe digital stockpile coming, with all these rules, guidelines, guardrails, people forget, do you know how many institutional players and how much institutional money is still on the sidelines, even with ETFs? Because there's not full clarity, we're talking trillions of dollars still on the sidelines from the institutional side. You know, and the ETF is great. Don't get me wrong. I mean, because that's an ongoing catalyst, right? That's something that's a gift that keeps on giving, because there's more people every single day that come around to the idea of Bitcoin and Ethereum through an ETF. But what happens when we get XRP ETFs, Cardano ETFs, HBAR ETFs, Litecoin ETFs, basket ETFs? This is only going to get crazier in terms of how institutions are going to dominate this market. So I want to be positioned for when that time comes. I'm
Can
riding those
can
waves.
interject
You
here?
know what I mean?
I have a question. So when you guys are talking about these ETFs, and we're all looking forward to ETFs dropping and whatnot, but at what point in time are the ETF dominance, like is the ETF dominance going to subside um or regress? Because eventually at some point in time people are going to get, you know, they're going to start realizing that, hey, I'm just buying an ETF and I'm not actually buying coins. So these people who are throwing their money in to have exposure in the crypto market, you don't think that they're going to pull out of the ETFs and put it into actual coin itself?
Yeah.
I think they slowly will.
Tokenization.
Go ahead, SPX.
Yeah, you know,
Fix that.
my bad, Clifford. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
No, my bad, man. I was just gonna say tokenization is gonna fix that. Imagine you can buy BlackRock's stock on a tokenized basis. Then you can trade it for instantaneous remittance or whatever like that. That the tokenization is gonna fix that. There's still gonna be people that trust and rely on the ETFs.
Like I remember when FTX first came out, you could buy stocks, like tokenized stocks. That was like the first thing that brought me to FTX back in the day. I think it was like 2019 or something like that. But you know, like the tokenization though, still, like once people catch on, you know what I mean? That hey, actually we're still not owning actual crypto. Like you think that's not gonna, like, I don't know, I just think like that's gonna have a huge effect, in my opinion, on those ETFs, and then on the, not necessarily the holdings of BlackRock and whatnot, but I do think that will have a massive effect on the market in its own
Well,
once
I
we
think
go to
it
make
will.
that transition.
I think it will, but I think this is kind of how I feel about it, right? So people want to think they like having control of their assets, but at the end of the day, most people, they just like the convenience factor of somebody else doing it for them. And,
Oh,
I'm not saying
100%.
I'm not saying right, wrong, and different, right? But you know, people who have their 401ks, they don't want that burden. They don't want that pressure of having, right, and that's why they pay 1% to their trusted broker. And by the way, they don't do shit, guys. We could fucking do it. I mean, all you do is sit there in the S&P 500, basically, right? And you get your fucking, 8 to 12% every year, and it's kind of a racket. But people will give up that 1% for the convenience factor. Let the quote unquote experts handle it, right? Now, a lot of people in this room are on the other side of that fence, right? Like, because we're in the market every single day, like we're active investors. We're sitting here talking about crypto every single freaking day. We know how to self custody. We're engaged in it. But the mass majority of people, whether it's stocks or crypto, they're all just investing passively, right? They're busy with their life. They don't want to deal with it, right? So they'll go to fucking BlackRock and say, okay, give me exposure, and that's fine. And will some of those people who are buying ETFs today eventually wake up one day and say, wait a minute, I want to control my keys, right? And then that message needs to get out. Whoever's willing to listen will listen, and they'll go self custody. But a lot of people won't, and that's why I think the ETFs there are a good thing, because it allows those people. I mean, let's just call it what it is, right? Especially the boomers, the old people. You know what I'm saying? Like they know the name of Charles Schwab and Fidelity, and that's who's handled their money for years. And eventually that shifts and changes. But if you're looking at it in the next 5-10 years, I mean, ETFs is what's going to create Bitcoin to go parabolic. I mean, when Bitcoin hits $1 million, it's because all the boomers are getting exposure through ETFs, and after that, who knows what happens. But I mean, that's really the next 5-10 year runway.
I think it's a combination of actually, maybe because I'm a have my cake and eat it too type of person, but I think it's a combination of what Clifford said and what you're saying, Zach. because if we look, like, I always like to look backwards and stuff. And even I experienced it like with Robinhood, right? Like when Robinhood first started, I remember when I first got hooked on crypto, 2017, I downloaded every crypto app. The minute I found out that Ethereum Classic, that was the first one that I bought on Robinhood. I remember I bought like 10 grand of it, and I could not withdraw it like I could on my Binance account, because Binance allowed you to trade. I was like, whoa, that's fugazi. And there's going to be those instances. Now, are they going to come up with ideas to be able to get people to stay? Of course, like what Clifford said. So there's going to be that combination of kind of both worlds. But there's definitely going to be a lot of people. And I think because the way that crypto is, and kind of like how engaging it is, it's way more engaging than it was in 2017. We got spaces, we got broadcasts, and we got YouTubers galore. So it's a lot easier to find the information than it was back then, to have self-custody and stuff like that. So, I was just being myself, and I was like, dude, I don't like the idea of that, which it was smart that I didn't, right? And I actually made a lot of money because, I kind of just dug really deep into all this stuff since 2017. But I think that we're going to have a little bit of both going on, a little bit of that tokenization to get people to stay, right? So they don't have to lose that liquidity. They want that liquidity to stay over there in those ETFs, but there's going to be people, because of them bumping in, hey, I just looked up BTC and I'm finding a space. So now everybody's talking about self-custody. It's not like before. So we're going to see people spill over and stuff like that more often because of all the great stuff that, we got the Bitcoin Barbie in here. We got Clifford, we got the Zacks, and the Crypto Breakfast Club. So it's kind of our responsibility to, as these people come in, to show them as well.
For sure. And I mean, even Robinhood has taken a nice step forward, right? I mean, they've got their wallet now. You know what I mean? That was a big step, and you got crypto.com right now. They're going to get stocks on their platform. I mean, it's all coming together. Everything's going to be tokenized, 100%. Clifford is 1,000% correct. That's the future. How long it takes to get there, I don't know. But everything, and this has been my feeling really since 2022, since at that point I was in the market for a year and a half or so. Everything needs to be redesigned, reimagined for the blockchain. Everything.
Hey, Zach, have you seen how easy it is to withdraw or the
on Robinhood?
From Robinhood compared to
It's
Coinbase and
100%,
and crypto.com? Crypto.com, you go in there, and dude, it's fucking complicated. Even for me, the other day, I tried to do it for the first time for a friend, and it's asking me, "Oh, do you want to send it to a wallet or an email?" What
Yeah.
the fuck? And I'm like, what? Bad, dude. It's bad.
What do you call that? Like their user experience or whatever? Like,
Yeah.
it's not good.
And
It's not good over there.
It ain't that far either. Coinbase is not that far either. Robinhood, that's just the way you got. It's fucking simple. Send it to
So
the
simple.
wallet, and that's it. Why complicate? This is why I'm after Parchain. Make shit easier. By the way, there was they posted something on the Telegram yesterday. 3 weeks. I've heard 5 weeks, but these guys, man, they're working good. I mean, I think 3 weeks we might have those the mobile wallet. One thing I do want to bring up the numbers. Yeah, we're talking about millions. I think like what was it, 10 million projects out there. No disrespect to any project that's not on CoinMarketCap. Doesn't mean you're there right away. But CoinMarketCap has around 9,000 projects, and CoinGecko has around 13,000 projects. These are the projects that we could take a little more serious because they took a step to get listed on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko, which is important, in this industry. So that's how many real. Plus, let's say there's probably a few thousand, maybe 1,000 more that are trying to get in to CoinMarketCap because they want to be here, for the long run, So yeah, it's not like millions. This is fucking pump fund and all this showing like 10 million. I know that in the stock market there's like 11 or 12,000, and half of that. Listen to this shit, people. Half of that is pink sheets. More than half is pink sheet, which is the penny stocks, compared to the New York and the Nasdaq. So it's fucking insane, that there's more pink sheet stocks than regulated, completely regulated stocks and all that. Because I think they got to trade to a certain or they got to get to a certain market cap for them to be able to apply. But yeah, that's crypto. there ain't I mean, there's probably a lot of those on Coin Market Cap are also like probably dead too. I mean, I could tell you a few that I was in, and it's just dead, you know. But yeah, they have like on Coin Market Cap 9,000 and Gecko like around 13,000 projects listed.
For sure. Yeah, let's get down to Mouse.
Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. So I just want to touch on a couple of the topics, right? So first off, there's over 1 million plus coins launched on Pump Fund every day. Less than 0.0015% make it radium. So it is just a crock of shit in the DGen world, right? But like the Zach guy said, RWAs are going to dominate this bull cycle. The reason why is if you listen to what Eric Trump said, Larry Fink said, Vlad said, Brian Armstrong said, they have all announced the exact same thing, that between the next 5 to 10 years, 13 to 16 trillion dollars will be put into the RWA market. 13 to 16 trillion. That's in 5 to 10 years. So when they're talking about like RWAs, they are right now. Like RWAs are what's happening. So like if you weren't paying attention, the very first Bitcoin / Ethereum bidding war or auction happened with Proppy, right? I don't know if people have paid attention to that, but that was the first on-chain real estate property in Hawaii that was purchased with crypto through a company. Amazing, right? And it just now happened. Then you also have all of the great executive orders that were signed to enable crypto, especially American crypto businesses, to be able to start their own business and not pay taxes on it because it is a American owned. So like they're bringing Americans together to enable them to open their own businesses to make money for themselves. So if you're not looking into RWAs, if you're not paying attention to what's happening on the backdoor deals in crypto right now, especially with these major financing companies, look at what's happening on the back end with Shopify. Look who they're teaming with. Look who Stripe partnered with. When you start laying out who all these companies partner with, they're all tying back to BlackRock. And why are they all tying back to BlackRock? Because BlackRock sees what's happening and they are going to take their money. They're not going to let the regular Joe Schmoes have more than them. No major Fortune 500 company is going to be outdone by us. So when you see those charts, it's all manipulated to make you jump out of your position. Why? Because that means they're going to buy up your position. They are trying to look, dude. It's just manipulation of the market. If you've been in crypto a long time, chart always goes up, chart comes down. You just have to know how the algorithm runs, look for the proper patterns, read them, follow the volume, watch the order books, and you learn how to see the patterns. You get in and you get out. So then you start growing yourself and you start looking at real long-term investment plays. You find ones that are being built, right? The project I work for, it's been built 3 years in advance. It is a RWA MPL 404. So it combines the both worlds of NFTs and meme coins, right? And it merges them. Well, the cool part about it is you are taking that NFT and it is tied to a real world asset, which is 5 cabins that we built up in upper state New York, right? And you can take that NFT and go and stay there with your family, friends, have your own crypto events, whatever you want to do, have a concert there, right? You are enabled to do that with that asset. Well, if you want to sell it, you can immediately swap it over to tokens and have instant liquidity. So you are enabling people to be able to get in and get out of their investments. You are also enabling them to have passive income from their investments. Why? Because 300 days out of the year, you can rent out these as Airbnb, anything for any company, and you are taking that income and giving it back to the holders who invested in your company. Think about where they are right now and where they will be 5 or 10 years down the road. This is just a stepping stone of where crypto will be.
100%. And then I've heard about you guys before. I see in your profile there, Mouse, and definitely want to hit you up in the back channels, man. See if we can partner up with you guys too. I just followed you back, bro. So send me a DM and we could talk. But you're 100% right, man. This is the real bridge between TradFi and DeFi. If you guys remember, once Larry Fink at BlackRock got the ETFs passed, where did the conversation shift to immediately? RWA. RWA. He started going on all the freaking media outlets. The future is tokenization. Future is real world asset tokenization. And this is how you merge the two. We've all been waiting for this moment, and 100%. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the great race with the internet. And you know what? Bitcoin kind of sits, you know, on the king's throne, if you will. But you know what? Who's gonna be the Netflix? Who's gonna be the Apple? Who's gonna be the Google? Who's gonna be the Microsoft? Who's gonna be the Nvidia? That's where we are right now, man. That's why it's super exciting, because we don't know. But we can make some educated guesses, right? Just take a look at the list of RWA by market cap list on CoinMarketCap. Really, I mean, that's the easiest place to start. Just go right there. What do you see at the top? Chainlink, Avalanche, Hedera, Mantra, Ondo, VeChain, Algorand. Don't overthink this shit. Don't overthink it.
Bro, I love that, man. That's something like, you're so right, because it's like, one of the things that I want to do also, and I know you named some of the top dogs and stuff for sure, is like, one of the reasons that XPX exists is because I don't want to sit by and just watch who's going to be the next Netflix. I saw PayPal shunning everybody when you did crypto transactions on your PayPal account, and now they're on CMC. It's like, wait a minute. I remember that if you bought crypto and you did it, and you guys figured out that we did it through your PayPal thing, you would block that account. And now you guys are on CMC, and it's like, I cannot sit by being in this market since I really bought my first Bitcoin in 2015, but I really started crypto trading in 2017. And I really became super passionate about it, obviously, when I started making YouTube videos in 2021. But it's like, I'm not going to sit by and let the same gatekeepers of before that shunned us and locked accounts for us touching crypto, now they're listed on CMC. It's like, no, that's because you guys know there's a market. And that's why XPX exists today, because I don't want to wait around to see who's going to be these next companies, and who's going to be this next one. I know that I am, and I know I have the community and team that backs this movement up to flip PayPal. Like, that's what we're on to go ahead, because a lot can be done from us inside of these spaces, these groups that we get everybody together. We got CoinMerge in here. I just saw a fake token in here a little while ago, and it's like, it comes from this opportunity that we have, that we can be builders in this space right now. So, man, honestly, you gave me chills with that, because it's one of the reasons that I know, like, obviously Bitcoin's on its throne, but you can become one of these top companies that exist, and all you have to do is provide value. That's why I give it everything I got every single day, because I believe that if you provide value to a marketplace, it will provide value back. So I'm constantly just trying to figure out, hey, how can I provide more value? How can I provide so much value that is undeniable that, hey, people ignore going to PayPal and they just come to XPX because, hey, there was a point of time that they didn't like you guys, and now they're on CMC trying to act like us. It's like, wait a minute. Nah. This space belongs to us. These markets belong to us. It's built for us because of what happened in 2008. So we're not going to let the same people who, crashed the market in 2008, then got bailed out by the bankers, to sneak right back in and get control again. We better not let that happen. We better have some XPXs in the market. We better have some CoinMerges in the market. We better have some Zach Humphreys around here, right? Because we need to make sure that we don't forget of what happened, and we don't let them do that to us again, because history does try to repeat itself, everybody. So, man, that was good, bro. I really appreciate it.
100%, man. And you know what? It's just a guess, right? But I mean, the writing's on the wall. The writing's on the wall. It's got to be, right? And you look, who's BlackRock partnered with? Ondo. I mean, Cruz, what's up, man? And then we'll get over to Bitcoin, Barbie.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I just wanted to see, because I've been having a real hard time lately with MoonPay, and I don't know. I've had a really hard time with MoonPay when we were talking about withdrawing your money. Every time I go to withdraw, and the only assistance I've been getting from support is I'm gonna have to delete the app, reinstall it, and clear my cache, because it just keeps saying that my information's on another account. I've had this account now for like 2 years. So I've never had this issue, but lately it's my issue. Anyone have any walkthrough for that for me?
Yeah, if you go to xpxpay.com and you order your gold Visa card, I'll hook you up with a gold Visa card and you can off ramp your crypto without no problem. 70 different cryptocurrencies. Forget about MoonPay as well. And go get you your card. Let me know that you passed KYC and I'll hook you up. It'll come loaded for you and everything. And then you don't have to do that. You could just start off ramping straight from your wallet with no horrible customer support. You just come find me, which I'm here every day, and we'll make sure that everything's always working. But I had to do that.
That was an expert plug. I just gotta say that.
I was gonna say the same thing. I was like, plugging it in. Look at that.
Because I don't use MoonPay, so I'm not sure. I used to use Cash App back in the day, so I would be able to give you on Cash App, but I'm not sure. Maybe somebody who's familiar with MoonPay can say something. I was just having fun and breaking the ice and plugging at the same time, but maybe somebody else can answer that.
No, that's the issue. I've done all that because okay, so I don't really use MoonPay either. I just threw like $20 in there and it's grown, but I was like, oh, let me take out $100, whatever, and I can't even do that because it won't even let me withdraw anymore. I don't understand why. And I've got tried with support, like I said, trash support.
Have you have you tried tweeting them and posting about this? Because I find a lot of companies, if their support sucks and you start tweeting and like tagging them in your posts, then they get annoyed because they don't want any like public negative imagery or like negative commenting. I did this with Spotify. Spotify kept like running me in circles, and finally I just wrote a post like, Spotify, what the fuck is going on here? And like immediately they got back to me and walked me through the whole thing through X.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'd probably try that because I mean it's like I said, it's not what I use on the daily, but I happen to buy into that what was it called, the Zuckerberg, the jail poo, whatever the heck, that meme coin. I got in at 7 cents. I sold at 80. I mean at 30 cents, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I was like, oh, let me just take out this extra money for no reason, and I can't even do that. But I appreciate the feedback. Thank you, everyone.
Yo, breaking news! Breaking news! I don't sound too enthusiastic, even though it is breaking news. It seems as though Charles Hoskinson just announced that Microsoft might be collaborating with Cardano plus an ETF. I don't know. It's nothing, guys. Don't even listen to me. I'm going to take a nap. Don't listen to me. ETFs coming, Microsoft they become. Mark, shut up. ETFs are coming. Microsoft is coming. Whatever. It's nothing. Everyone, stay sleeping, please. Stay asleep. Thank you. I gotta keep stacking. Thank you. Let me get back to work. Thank you.
Hey, are you trying to cash out through MoonPay?
Me? No. I think that was Cruz. Cruz was trying to cash up the moon.
Yeah, it was me. It was me. I was.
Yeah, man. Like I use MoonPay sometimes to like buy. I haven't used it in a while, like in a few months. I normally use MoonPay as an emergency because, like, I just need, or for someone that wanted to invest like $100 or $200. But if you ever want to cash out, dude, just use Robinhood, bro. It's the easiest fucking thing in the world. And at least in Robinhood, you do have live customer service on the phone. But I've never used MoonPay to cash out, so I have no idea. I will reset everything like they said and try to do it through the website. Log in through the website instead of using the app, maybe. But I've never heard of that issue. Saying that the account exists. I think you said already, or there's another account. Just try to erase all the data, all the cache from your PC or phone, and try to do it through the website. Log in through the MoonPay website, and yeah, man. But yeah, just use Robinhood, bro. Sign up to Robinhood. It's fucking easy, dude. Never problems. You send the fucking USDC. You can't send USDT to Robinhood yet, but you send USDC on the Solana network or Ethereum network. I think for me Solana is faster and cheaper. and you send the USDC over there, and you fucking sell it there instant. And then you choose on Robinhood two options for free. Send the money to your bank account for free. It will take, like they say, 4 to 5 days, but it's normally like in 2 days. Or if you pay them like a really small fee, like let's say if it's $100, you pay them like $1, and you have it there, like bro, like in half a fucking second, like instant, you know.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Cool. Let's get down to, I think Cyrus was next. Cyrus, what's up, man?
What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. I don't really have anything to add, but I do hear a lot of people talking about ETFs, and for like my stock investments and everything, I definitely think it's a good idea to have ETFs as well as index funds. I feel that crypto index fund would be a lot cooler for everyone if that ever becomes a thing. I do feel that you could look at it like the Fortune 500 index fund, but for cryptos. So essentially be like the top 50 cryptos. And I think there's a lot of room for growth there.
Oh, I 100% agree. I've been looking at this for a while and I don't see any crypto indices. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've been thinking that for a long time. As someone who's like a former Forex trader, indices I think would be an awesome thing, but obviously super volatile and it would have to be picked carefully. But with ETFs coming out, I agree 100% that indices are the next wave, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, you just look at like the RWA space, right? And to us, it's easy. Well, it's easy for us to go and say, "Oh, I'm investing, X amount in Chainlink and X amount in Avalanche and X amount in Hedera or whatever." But for your average person, they're going to get a report on their desk or whatever. Like speaking of TradFi, right? They're going to get a report or something. Oh, RWA is the next wave, and it's like, okay, well, BlackRock did it for you. Here's your ETF, and it's weighted, right? And you got some exposure to Chainlink, some exposure to XRP, some exposure. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have to think about it. And that's kind of how it works on the TradFi side, right? You don't think about it. You just you have exposure to the top players, and you're fine with that. Somebody else manages it for you. You pay your 1%, and there you go. You know what I mean? You go about you go about your day. And again, it's just different because we gotta remember we're in it every day. Most people are not. Most people are not active investors. They don't have the time. They don't want to do it. They just they've got money though, and they want exposure, right? And that's where I think this next big push is going to come. I mean, once there's clarity, you watch. I mean, there's a reason, guys, why half of the ETFs that have been filed are over half now. Over half the ETFs total that have been filed after Gary Gensler left on January 20th. That's fucking nuts.
And don't forget the news in 2024. What do you think that's going to be for? The new stock market from BlackRock in Texas.
100%, Mar. Great point, bro. That's yeah.
It's all blockchain there. That shit's
That's it, bro.
all blockchain.
Another thing to add about the usefulness of an index fund, especially as it pertains to crypto, is it will eliminate a lot of the volatility at some point, especially if there's massive ETFs or people have like really good, like especially really weighted ETFs. I could see a lot more stability, especially in like Bitcoin prices, Ethereum, and Solana.
Don't forget, Coinbase already has an index fund, the Coinbase 50, and some of these other guys are going to be doing the same. I think think crypto.com has one. I can't remember. I don't really use theirs much because what Mar mentioned earlier. I don't keep my stuff on exchange, but yeah, I think there's going to be a lot of these different index funds coming out just to add that to the combo here.
And I wanted to say something. I believe it was Crypto Barbie said something earlier. She asked the question if anyone feels that people being exposed to ETFs would want to take their money out at some point and get into, the actual tokens themselves. I've been investing for a long time. I don't think that would be an issue. I think people would maintain their ETFs as well as buying into individual tokens because the point of it is to limit your loss. And kind of if something's not doing so hot, then something else is doing like really well. It's kind of going to mitigate your losses overall. And it just limits all your risk. Because I mean, I'm really bullish on Hedera and XRP, but let's say XRP starts falling, but Hedera is thriving, then you don't really have to worry about as much loss.
So I'm not sure if you mean like when people take out of the ETF and put it into the actual coin itself. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Like
that's what I
mitigate the loss?
that's what I understand, or that's how I interpreted your question earlier.
But if I may, I
I
don't
don't
think that would necessarily. I mean, if someone's taking out of Bitcoin ETF and then purchasing Bitcoin, I think that, I mean, like the if I'm understanding correctly, the market cap isn't really changing because you're still re-entering into that market anyways. So I don't think that there's I don't know if that would be a massive fluctuation unless, a huge investor did that, like a whale did that. But at that point, I think BlackRock would probably mitigate some of those, and they would probably have some sort of manipulative tactic to hold coin while they adjusted on their end.
And Mutasco comes in the room with a steel chair. He's running down the ramp. He hears ETFs. He hears Bitcoin. He gets on the hey, it's Mutasco! God damn it, Mutasco!
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me, guys? Zach. Hey,
That was pretty good.
So Zach, I hope I'm not gonna create a panic in this room right now, but
My mom said you are.
Oh shit.
What the
Oh
fuck,
shit.
Mutasco?
I hope there's somebody in the room that can come up. Please, if you're in this room and you know something about this, please come up and let's talk about it. But I've been monitoring something, right? And I don't know if you have the answer to this, Zach. Can somebody explain to me
Jesus Christ, the world.
Did you rug?
Did he just rug? I was like,
That was perfect
Yeah.
timing.
this? So this is not the customer
Hold on,
reserve.
Mutasco.
Yeah.
Mutasco, we missed it, bro. Like it literally
Wasn't
rugged
meant to
right
be.
when you started talking about whatever you're talking about.
Okay, guys. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Please, Zach. I don't know if you have the answer to this. I mean, the numbers are just crazy. I don't know why. So Binance, I think as of December 2024, their non-customer reserve was at 14 billion or something like that. Okay. And guys, as I'm saying this, if you go on Binance's website, you go on the proof of reserve report, they have net customer assets, right? On all these assets, from SHIB to everything, to USDT, to Aptos, to whatever. Um, But what is interesting, and there are some speculations out there, because this happened. I don't know how to pin this here, but let me go to your. Um, I'll tag you on it, Zach. If you have any answer to this, please explain to me, because I don't know. I think my speculation is that I don't know if they paid that fine with the Justice Department yet, and if they haven't, could this money be going there, or this is just? It could also be that, hey, we expect the market to do a little bit of a dump here, um, before we move up. So I don't know what the answer is. I'm just wondering if you have any answers to this, um, because it's very interesting, uh, to 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 look at the data. And I just tagged you on it, Zach. I don't have the answer to this, to be honest, but I'm kind of worried because it's it's like 99% Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and which asset again? I don't remember the other one. Do you have any comment on this? Anybody in the room, please? Because I mean, it's a significant amount. Okay.
I would venture to guess that it's more of a reallocation than them worry that the market is going to absolutely tank. Because here's the other thing too. I think, they would be up significantly on those investments. Maybe it's a reallocation to diversify into, I don't know, maybe RWAs or some of the other
No,
sectors.
no, Zach. I did look into the reallocation, uh, kind of theory, but what I
Okay.
noticed is that they lost a significant amount of money too. So the Bitcoin, holdings was like $3 billion or something like that. So it's not like, I've also noticed that during that same time they increased their holdings of USDC, right? Um, and a lot of people are saying they're trying to prop up some liquidity, but it's kind of confusing to me. I don't know. I just thought I would share it. I don't know if anybody has any information, but I'm also watching some analysts,
So,
okay, talking
Mutasco,
about. Yeah.
question on this. You may know this because you've looked into it. They still have the one-to-one backing, correct? Like even after offloading this, right? They are they
Oh,
still are they still solid in the sense of, if you or I go to cash out on Binance, we can get our money. Like, is this
oh,
excess
oh,
funds in
oh,
addition to the one-to-one backing? Do you know?
oh, 100%, 100%.
Okay,
I can actually share the data. If you go on, I actually have it.
because that would be
Uh,
concerning if they were selling, reserves and now they can't, get the one-to-one backing.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
you're right. Oh, go ahead, Cliff. I want to hear what you have to say.
no,
All I'm
I was
saying is
just
it's
yeah.
less concerning because it seems like it's excess funds, and that's what I mean. I think it could be reallocation and to diversify into some other things. Go ahead, Clifford.
No, I was just going to say basically the same thing you were saying. These were allocations they already had in profit, and I can't find the post. I was reading it this morning. It was a post that gathered a pretty good bit of attention, and I mean, who knows, Matasco? They've been. I don't know if you follow this guy Marty Party or not, but they've been selling a lot, and that's because they've been trying to liquidate all of these people playing leverage. They've
That
and they
so
can. Yeah, go ahead.
so Cliff, let me say something here, and this is very important, right? We all say regulation, regulation. One of the things that I would say is that in Wall Street, the part of regulation that is good is that when you have market makers, they play a role of, say, for example, if a market maker has an inventory of maybe Apple stock, maybe a mixed bag of securities. It could be Apple, Nvidia, whatever. And then they have cash. They also have to have a cash. But one of the role that regulation plays is to say, hey, if you're a market maker, you need certain levels of reserves. And the reason why these reserves are important, and this is why a lot of people from Wall Street, when they come into our space, they get really they like try to pull their hair off. They're like you can't mingle. If you guys remember this word, mingling of customer assets, right? Which is what FTX did the most. So the role that regulation plays is that when you have market makers, and these are the same people, by the way, the same people from Wall Street, they create, shell companies in crypto, and they play the same game. So to your point, it's likely, and I've been following Marty. I mean, he's spot on some of his data and all that. One of the things that I want to clarify, though, is this money, as we all know, I also just posted the information directly from Binance's proof of reserve thing. So to your question, Zach, I see that the one-to-one backing is there. This is literally customers' assets. So if you sent asset, Bitcoin, whatever, into Binance, it's safe. The one other part that is a little bit interesting, and I've looked at several reports, I haven't seen anybody pinpoint what the specific reason is. That's why I think it's important for all of us to at least be aware, right? And the part that I was saying, Clifford, is this: these are big players, and when they make moves like this, there's two parts to it, because I've been watching Ben. He does analysis on Bitcoin and all of this stuff. If you go on CoinGlass and you look at all the trends, it tells you where we're at this cycle. But one of the things we haven't seen yet is that drawdown. Like there has to be a certain level, and it could be that this time is different. But most people that are smart players, they know that there's gonna be some drawdown at some point. A lot of people are just yeah, boom, like, be careful. That's all I can say. Just be careful. And I keep that in my mind. So what I'm trying to say there is two things. Could it be that three things actually? Because last night I saw the Department of Justice is like extending the Binance thing to 60 days or something like that. I don't know if they're gonna quash it. So that's number one. Number two, did they already pay that $4 billion? If they haven't, then that's also something that we have to look at. We don't know that unless you're an insider. You may not have the right answer. Those things are probably separate from what Marty is tracking, because what Marty is tracking, it's like in crypto, just like in the bond market, we have bond shops, and there are people who are trading these things. So in crypto, when you say market makers, these are groups. There are clusters of groups that do these things. And so for longs and shorts, they make money off it. They would rather the market trend this way for like the next 6 months. They don't care. They'll be making money either way. So there's a lot of nuances there. I'm hoping that we'll find answers, but I'm also very careful, right? That's why we always say in these spaces, let's say you say, oh, I have $10,000. Everybody's saying the market is going to go. No, figure out, also listen to good information and tread carefully. Otherwise, if you go YOLO into any nonsense out there, you're going to get wiped. And when you get wiped, like recently, the shorts and the longs got wiped, it's hard for them to come back. Because if you were long and then you get wiped out, where are you going to get the money? Okay, if somebody doesn't give you liquidity, you can't even play the market. And then your money just got moved over to somebody's hands. So it's a little bit interesting. This is a very interesting moment. And there's a lot of unlocks coming on Solana too. I think it's 2.3 or something like that. So I don't know. I'm looking at a lot of information in my head, and I'm like, I can't pinpoint it. Who am I? I'm just like a random guy on Twitter. But this is important information for me to know. So I'm just like, I don't have to dance with everybody else. I hope this makes sense. But remember, though, you guys remember who Karl Marx is? Karl Marx once said, he said, uh, any capitalist society is creating its own self-destruction. And what he said was more about, when you talk about profit maximization, think about overproduction. And when there's overproduction, there's also a problem of the rate of return falls. And when the rate of returns falls, like the rate of profit falls. And you guys know this. You can take pump fund, for example. You can take, oh my God, the meme coins. But yeah, you overproduce, then it creates the spiral effect, which is people don't realize it and they just keep FOMOing in. Overproduction is bad. Okay. And that's all I have to say. But Zach, if you ever find some information on this, please let me know, because I've been digging on this and trying to like pin down what this is. I mean, guys, I have my money kind of locked up in like, solid stuff, and I'm not you're not gonna get me to sell anything right now. Not gonna happen. So don't even try it.
Hey, Matasco, real quick, do you know if these guys, if Binance was selling this stuff over the counter, or were they selling it, on the market, on the open market?
It's hard to tell, but I guarantee you, I actually was doing this digging too on CoinGlass and other because again, as you know, when it comes to OTC deals, there's all these the derivatives players, right? They have different ways to kind of like cover up these trades, and you won't even find out. And I think a good example, and this is kind of an awkward example because the bearer chain thing, they have like what they call the bearer governance token. So there are people who hold it, and then when you get it, you have to burn and mint something. It's so what I'm trying to say is there's different tricks on the OTC side that has multiple webs. It's hard to pinpoint. Okay, literally yesterday I was trying to figure out. I looked at two sources, trying to figure out even the liquidation. I'm trying to narrow down, like, you know, how did this get, where did this go? Right. And it's hard to pinpoint. It's literally hard to pinpoint unless you're paying for some expensive subscription. And then, yeah, you get the information, but I'm not eating this information every day. So I don't need to subscribe. Okay. That point.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. And nah, man, they've definitely, market makers have been injecting a lot of manipulation into the market. That's no doubt whatsoever. But I'm with you. I'm gonna ride it out and see where this goes. There's too many other things that have my interest to quit digging now, if that makes sense.
Yo,
No,
Mutasco put so much fear into me just now. I just sold everything.
no, please
All
don't
20
do
of
that.
my dollars are in cash now. Thank you, Mutasco.
Let
You took
me
the
let
fear
me
of
give you
God
some good
out of
news.
me.
Let me give you some good news. Clifford, I know you're following the Ondo Thin Summit. I don't know if you caught Mike Novograd's statement about, I think he said by June or whatever. He could be wrong too because he was dead on wrong on XRP. So you can take it for what it is. But he said that given the change in regulatory whatever, we should expect crypto companies to start listing on NASDAQ and and the way I take that is expect the XRP to go public, right? IPO. Because they've been doing like private roadshow, and then probably they'll start doing public road shows for Ripple, not XRP, Ripple. And then on top of that, there will be other companies that will boldly want to go into that route. So I think it's bullish for the industry in general because, you know, if they're having that confidence to go public, um, whatever that is, that's a good thing for all of us. So one thing though, and this is why I put the screenshots in there. This is common sense, right? I always say this. Um, what's his name? Uh, you watch. I watched the proof of reserves for most of these uh, exchanges. And one of the thing that I know these things are like deposits from customers and users, and these users could be you and I to like large institutions, right? And even the exchanges themselves. So when you go and you look at these proof of reserve assets, different assets, let's say you're bullish on Aptos, then you see that, the reserve is not going down. Maybe if anything, it's going up. That's a good, I mean, signal to know that, hey, those that hold these assets, they're not selling, right? And if they're not selling, that means they're long in them, right? So a good example is SHIB. I saw SHIB on Binance. I've been monitoring their numbers and comparing them to crypto.com. And I always see it fluctuate back and forth, but it tells me something. So this is why I'm saying you just have to look at several signals, and that will give you an idea, a rough idea, of where and you're taking a directional bet. Like you're thinking that, hey, because these things are not moving directionally, maybe 6 months out, there's a chance that we'll have a big run, right? And you want to front run that. You don't want to be the guy that, like, oh, it's here and now you're trying to buy. Remember, you can't even get in. You're gonna get a lot of like failed transaction, because everybody is literally getting in the door. So I've experienced this before, and one thing about learning from experience and pain is that you try to do something different. And the way I do that is try to front run when people are getting out of stuff. I try to figure out, is there a reason why I should hold this? And then I go in. This market is not going anywhere. Just know that. And if you know that, then you start to take off some of the risks that you could use as a reason to either stay or get out of the market. But I'm not getting out. Okay. Everybody here, listen to me. I'm not getting out of the market. Not gonna happen. Um, so
You see
you
where I'm
can
frustrated, right, Mutasco?
what was that?
I said, you see where I'm frustrated, right? When the entire country of Nigeria thinks that I'm Jesus Christ.
Who was that?
This is confused. Confusion is inevitable. Yes.
How did Nigeria how did Nigeria think that you're Jesus Christ?
They've been practicing too much of that voodoo, bro.
There's a lot of it there though. So you know
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me too.
what
Me
fuck?
too.
What part of the scripture was that? Imagine
I
like
think that
Jesus
was in
gets
the
on the
Gnostics
cross,
somewhere.
bruh. Like what? Like what the hell? I don't remember that part at all. Yo, real quick, guys. Excuse me. Before we move on, with Tosco, I guess I'll put my $20 back in. Thank you for that. Thanks for balancing that out. So let me go back into my FTX account and put my $20 back in. Thank you. On a serious note, guys, we got about a half hour left. Make sure you're checking out our sponsors for sure. We haven't really had them on today, but Bitcoin on Base, love those guys. We see them down there. Hopefully they come on. Maybe not. Maybe tomorrow. We'll talk to you in the back channel. Bitcoin on Base. See when you guys are going to come back on and speak about the stuff you got to do with wellness and stuff. I think that's really interesting. As well as Paul Chain. Paul Chain should be on tomorrow. I'll confirm with Brian of Paul Chain in a little bit. He's talking to me in the back channels about non-related crypto stuff. So I'll message him right now to see when he's coming on. So guys, check out Bitcoin on Base and Paul Chain, and also one of our latest newest sponsors, XPX Token, with their cards that this is what I was told. Like XPX, you can verify this if you want, but this is what I was told. I was told that you were about to do a giveaway soon. I don't know when, but this is what I was told. Is that correct? I just want to hear it from the horse's mouth if that's what's happening.
Yeah, for sure, bro. Absolutely, man. When we do that space, I definitely want to come out swinging and just want to get some XPX into the people's hands and stuff like that. Once bill payments goes live as well, I'm going to be doing some giveaways as far as like paying people's bills in these countries, because that's how we onboard people, honestly, is like where they actually can see the thing working, right? So when payments actually goes live, there's going to be some more giveaways as far as paying people's bills in these countries. I've done gold card giveaways that come loaded for people. I want just to onboard as many people as I can. So there's going to be some giveaways on your guys' space. There's going to be some bills being paid coming soon, and much more, man. I just want everybody to really rock with us. I want you guys to get a feel for it. everything is really at cost. Like the card, if you go sign up for the card, it looks like it's 140, but that's to cover shipping. It really comes with like $88 to $96 on the card, so you're able to spend right away. And in almost all the countries, the only country that you cannot get a card is like the embargo countries, the sanctions, so like North Korea, Iran, and stuff like that. But pretty much everywhere else, you're good to go. So yeah, giveaways coming, and I'm gonna pay some people's bills, man. Why not? To show them that crypto's really doing some big things, and if we can help out some like less fortunate countries, you know, $300 in the Philippines can go a really long way, where, you know, we're wasting that on the Solana play that's not going nowhere. I'd rather pay somebody's bill, you know, and maybe give them some ease for like 3 months. You know, I've done that before where I've helped people out in other countries, and, you know, they're like, oh my God, you just helped me out for like 3 months. I was like, well, I didn't even know that. I was like, that's not 1 week of food over here in the States, but I'm happy it helped out. And that's what we're going to keep doing, to be part of that bridge and kind of walk the walk, not just talk the talk. So yeah, look forward to that.
Yo, and you know what? You know what I also just heard? Because I'm hearing things, right? You know, like I heard about that little giveaway and the bill pay thing. What I just heard was, hey, paid XPO, if you want to go buy a Mercedes, go out, buy it, and then XPX Token is going to do the bill pay for it. Thank you, XPX Token, our latest sponsor, for buying me a Mercedes. Love it. Love that.
Yeah, and one last thing, another giveaway that's lined up. I'm glad you reminded me, because, you know, we're open for individual accounts or business accounts. If you create a business account with us and you have a business, like we've helped pay for haircuts for like less fortunate kids already. We've, you know, helped out several people. So like if you have a business that is willing to say that, hey, you know, we're going to accept crypto payments or whatever like that, then you guys can go ahead and say that you're going to accept crypto payments, and then we'll put like $500 towards like whatever your business is about, whether it's to help out your business or for you to buy more stuff for your business. But, you know, as these business accounts grow and they have an X account, we want them to make posts and kind of onboard some businesses. We got 5 businesses so far, and RWA is the future, but we got to put those boots on the ground and make it happen. And I think XPX is one of those for sure.
Love it. Love it. Zach from Subway, where do you want to go now? What are you thinking?
Maybe check out costplusdrugs.com. I heard that's a great website made by Mark Cuban, my boss. Oh, is that you, Mark? I'm so sorry. I didn't recognize you with that PFP.
Hey, confused. What the hell are you sending me in DM?
Just a couple unhinged things to remind you that I love you as a brother.
Yeah, get the hell out of my DMs.
I will. I'll get out of your DMs if you get out of mine.
Yeah, that's so fucking funny. Get the hell out of my DMs. Jokes on everyone in this room. My DMs are mostly closed, so you couldn't even DM me anyway. So you're probably my boy. Yeah, no.
I know. I do this for free. I'm sorry. $87 is the ticker, which is you. Yeah, or your blood glucose too. Yeah, I have -50.
Listen, $87 a cycle. You can 100x that. That could be something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you could get
we'll take up
fucking
little
wrecked,
collection at
dude.
church
You're
next
about
Sunday,
to
boys.
get wrecked.
Where do we
Let's
want
be
to
honest. Yo, Bitcoin Barbie. Everyone else, shut up for now. Bitcoin Barbie, your hand is up and raised politely. What's up?
I know, I'm trying to be so polite. I got muted before when I was gonna jump in, so I was like, oh fuck, let me just put my hand up from now on. But anyways, that being said, I just earlier today, and I was meaning to bring it up when we were talking about the ETFs and stuff, but a little bit of bullish news is Hong Kong this morning announced that they are basically opening up their immigration, like when you do like an investment visa, they're opening it up to include your net worth valued in crypto, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. I don't know if I rugged or if no one actually understood what
The
he said.
problem with that is Bitcoin. Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can.
Mutako, I
We
can
got you,
always hear
Mutako.
you.
Okay,
Hey,
cool.
Mutako, Mutako, dude, that's
The
fucking funny.
counter comment I'm gonna
I'm
make
nice.
is that
I love those. Sorry, go ahead.
all all these nation states had a chance, right? The Biden administration gave them a chance to say, hey, eat America alive. And they didn't do anything. If anything, Europe actually said, we're going to regulate every one of you out of existence. And when Stella, XLM, Ripple, CoinDesk, I remember that was around the same time the FASB guys announced that they were changing whatever. During that same time, that was the Micah or Mika bill was being pushed through Congress or Parliament, and they had like petitions from the industry leaders saying, hey guys, reconsider some of the language that you have in these laws. They didn't listen. They just ignored it and went on full on. What I'm trying to say is that they had a chance to lead, so and they didn't. The next 4 years, what's going to happen in the United States is not a joke. And the thing, I posted something in the comment section and I tagged you, Paid. Do not underestimate what is about to happen. And this is backed by data, by the way. And by the way, guys, the guy that I'm referencing, his slide deck, um, I took a FINRA. I don't need it, but I just took it because I'm learning in the industry. I just want to have some stuff that will help me if I wanted to do something in the future. I can do it. So that's how I met this guy. And one of the things that I know, he has been preaching about this industry and how bullish he is. I mean, he bought Bitcoin at what, less than $200, and
350.
he's a veteran of Wall Street. His name is Rick Edelman. He has several books: The Truth About Crypto, the DACF P or whatever it's called, the Digital Asset Council for Financial Professionals. It's a good training if you want to do well in the space and want to get some credentials. But he's the guy. I posted his webinar data in the comment section. I encourage you, if you haven't seen it, go take a look at it, right? And when you do, try to look into this future of this space, combined with the relief that we're seeing from the FDIC to the SEC to everybody. I don't think that the space had any time to process it yet. And this is an opportunity for people who know, just front run, okay? Because there's nothing better than knowing that the state of crypto is going to change next 4 years, and then you have the opportunity to front run everybody. So
The state of crypto is going to change in the next 48 hours. That's how long my days last. Yes. I can't hear you, Mutasco. Are you interrupting me again?
Avada Kedavra.
I can't hear you.
You're not missing anything. You're not missing anything, Mataska.
Yeah, guys, we're 15 minutes. What's going on? Give me some bullish news and sentiment for the last 15 minutes. And then I'm going to take a lovely nap in Tangiers. Everyone's invited, but again, guys, you're not staying with me. Get your own hotel, but come hang out.
Just go check out XPX token. Go check out Bitcoin on Base. Go check out freaking Podchain and what they're doing. That's bullish right there. That's bullish. Layer 2s, layer 3s, layer 1s, everything. Everything is bullish. We're so early. How can you not be bullish? But what is the ticker? It's definitely not that Barstool guy. Yeah, I saw his video. Let me get into it. That guy is a funny guy, just like me from New England. He's calling everyone that sold on him fucking idiots. I love it. I was going to buy into the token just because the hate he has for everyone that's selling on his project. And it's funny that he thought everyone's going to hold. Are you kidding me?
Well, you know what's crazy about that, Zach? He was sticking to his word. Like he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna hold it and let's see if we can really run it up." And he didn't sell anything. You check his wallets.
That's
And
the
it's like,
worst
dude,
thing.
why the fuck are you guys dumping on me?
That's the
bro?
worst thing you can say to a bunch of investor degens that you're gonna hold. They're all like, "Sweet, I'm gonna fucking sell. You're gonna hold, and then we're gonna watch your video after and cry." It's pretty funny. I mean, what he's doing, I think, is cool for the space, but yeah, I
The
mean,
thing is, Zach, he's not like, dude, he has a huge media presence, right? He has Barstool Sports, right? He
Yeah.
has a huge media presence. Why would you not keep having him pump that shit up even higher?
but not
Like,
even
why
that.
even G?
Why
You know
is
what
he
I'm
even
saying?
launching a token? He doesn't even need to be in the.
No, Zach, he didn't launch it. Someone else launched it. He took it over. He CTO'd it.
Oh, well, that was stupid. I mean,
Well, you say it's stupid, but it ran up to 250 mil.
yeah, but
so
look where
not
it's
that
at
stupid.
now. It doesn't really
I don't-
matter where it goes. It's what you
What's
do
it at?
after.
What is it at right now? I don't know.
It's probably in the gutter.
Wait, can someone tell me what the price is? I honestly don't know.
I'll try to find it. Hold on.
Yeah, I think the all-time high was like 225 or 250, and that was like a couple of days ago. But yeah, no, someone launched it for whatever reason, and he's like, "Dude, what the fuck even is this?" And I think they gave him a bunch of supply, some shit like that, and he's like, "Fine, I'll just hold it. Let's just fucking go." And I think he might have bought a little bit also, but he didn't sell any. And that shit was running. So if you can give us that number, that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, I gotta find it. I know.
Can we be devil's advocate for a little bit? Can we have fun since nobody cares about it anyways?
No, I
Yeah,
care.
yeah.
I
Let's have
care.
fun.
I care about it.
I care. That sounded so genuine, you mother.
No, I
He said
do
that-
care.
You almost made me believe that. He said,
No,
I care.
bro. No, so no.
Oh my god, that was good. No, it's like, how did they know to airdrop him? How did they know that was his Phantom wallet to airdrop that him? You know, those tokens.
I don't know what wallet it was, but everyone knows, I think, his Bitcoin wallet, because I don't know if you know anything about the guy from Barstool, but he sold a bunch of Bitcoin and shit last cycle before it pumped, and then fucking started crying. Not actually crying, but started crying on some lives and spaces about it. Like, I sold everything, like one of those things. And
That's
so
not
I
a
think
Phantom wallet, though.
I think his wallets are known, to be honest with you.
All right, I guess he's in. Then he should know what's up, man. If you got a Bitcoin wallet, if you've been through,
But dude, he had paper hands. All he had was Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That was it. That's
Yeah.
all he had. Last cycle, all he had was Bitcoin. And it fucking, he got in late. He bought the top, and he was like, "Oh fuck this!" Sold everything. So I don't know
I'm
if
just
he
curious.
actually
Like he's saying, he's like, everybody's selling on me, but it's like, look, the supply that I airdropped myself is still there, but all the other wallets that I got, I'm not talking about. I'm dumping nonstop. It's like, how did they just know your Phantom wallet? But I could be wrong. I'm playing devil's advocate. Remember, we're having fun here for the last 10 minutes and stuff.
It's at
So it's not-
37 million right now. 37 million. I forgot the guy who it was. He's a big guy. He's a big crypto guy. I think he helped them. But he probably fucking rugged him too. These guys, you can't trust any of these people, honestly. They launch all kinds of stuff. The top people help these guys launch it and then go, yeah, you hold it. And they're selling and making videos. It's kind of funny. I forgot who the guy is. Shit, what is his name? I don't know. He's got a crazy nose. What the hell is his name?
What do you mean he has a crazy nose?
Yeah, what the hell is his name?
What does that even mean?
Damn it. I saw it because he said, I helped you out and this is what you did to me. And they were like kind of fighting. And then he called him an idiot. It was kind of funny stuff. But
he has a crazy nose. Like his nose like changes, or what do you mean?
No. Oh, what the hell is his name? I think he was with Trump
Post a
when
nose.
when he launched that token. He's a top guy. He's got a lot of money. He's definitely a Bitcoin maxi, but I think he helped him out with this. And this is just funny. This just shows you can't hold on forever. Shit hits 450 million, you better take some money out, because I don't care if the dev's holding, people are still going to sell. I mean, this is crypto. One person wins, one person loses.
Are you talking about the funny video where he says, "You all sold"?
Mar, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah,
dude?
that video.
Yeah.
That
how did
video.
you even get on stage, dude?
Yeah, I follow that guy, man. That guy's fucking hilarious.
It's a New England thing.
Fuck. He was in Miami recently. Fuck, I forgot his name.
Dave Portnoy?
No, I have it here. Wait, I'll tell you now. But yeah, he's hilarious. That video went viral, man. He's a quoter. Nick O'Neill.
Yeah,
He's
Nick
a,
O'Neill. That's who it is. The guy with the
Oh
he's a
fuck, dude. Oh, Nick O'Neill, dude.
no,
I
he's a
just,
coder. He's a
dude.
fucking he builds. Like he's not,
he
you know,
doesn't
like
build.
huh?
He helps these people launch these tokens. He's
No, but he worked for fuck what blockchain was it? And he helped he helped build or for a famous or Microsoft. No, he had
yeah,
a good position before.
yeah, that's who it was, Nick. And then he kind of called out the Barstool guy. It was funny. I was dying laughing.
Oh yeah. He's fucking hilarious. No, he's good. He's good. He's not he doesn't he's good. He's good. I mean, I've been following him for a while, and he's fucking guy is crazy, but he doesn't call like coins after coins. You get what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
and he makes pretty good calls.
of course he does
But
because
yeah.
he's invested in it.
Well, he was he was in the Trump he was in a Trump event and he was calling the Trump coin like around $2-3, and he was like in the party doing live streaming. He's like, no, these fucking people know about the Trump coin, but me, and then he points out at a guy, and the guy is not even on a suit. They were the only two that knew about the Trump coin and the only ones that invested in the Trump coin, supposedly, you know? Like every time he will interview people on that party.
I'm gonna post it in the bubble. Nick O'Neill. That shit was hilarious.
I remember that video. We have 8 minutes left. Zach Humphreys. Any updates from Lake Tahoe? No updates.
You go skiing? You go skiing, snowboarding,
No,
anything?
the answer is no. No updates from Lake Tahoe. All right, cool. Good to know. Zach, you know what I want you to do before you leave? That would be great. You know how I posted the thing of me and Tangier? Post a picture of Lake Tahoe. I don't know what the fuck that looks like.
Oh, Tahoe's nice.
Is it? My mom's been there. I've never been there.
That's where you get all the nice snow bunnies that Mar finds in Miami.
Oh my God, Zach from Subway.
No, actually, let me tell you a story.
Okay, wrong is. I know wrong.
This was before me and Shelby days. I used to snowboard a lot, right? And I'd find these snow bunnies going up the chairlift, right? And I'd talk to them as we're snowboarding, skiing, whatever. And then I'm like, ooh, this chick is hot, right? She fucking takes off her hat, goggles. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And then I kind of ditched her. So those are good college days. When you think they're hot,
shit.
It's kind of like a token. You got to sometimes
shut up. Zach Humphreys, I'm looking at this picture of Lake Tahoe. God damn, that's not bad, guys.
Yeah, Tahoe's nice.
That looks good. Wow. Wait, is that from the cabin, Zach? Just a yes or no. Just a thumbs or down.
Zach's very like, what the hell are they talking about?
That's from the cab. That's a view of his cabin, guys. Now you know how the 1% live. You know.
Where's this? Where's this picture paid?
It's in the bubble. He posted in the bubble.
Oh shit. Okay, let me see this.
Yeah, no, look, it's the last photo that he just posted. No, that does look great, guys. Yeah, we got we got fucking hands. You guys need to speak. Mouse, Cliff.
Hey, yeah.
What, bro?
Hey, so Powell is testifying on the Hill right now, and he just announced that he supports efforts to create regulatory framework around stables. And I will say also, there's probably going to be some other stuff come out of this as well today. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff on YouTube about the hearing, so everyone can watch afterwards. But usually when Jay Powell speaks, the markets tend to move a little bit. Not financial advice, but that's pretty bullish.
Awesome. Great insights there. Next time you give us some. Why was you even laughing? I was being sincere. See, this one I'm always being facetious because everyone just laughs. I'm like great insights. Everyone's like, it's like
every day that goes by.
Wait, Mark, hold on. But Clifford, what I need you to do is the next time there's one of these hearings, instead of you just reporting on it, what I need you to do is I need you to be there. I want you to be in a room. I want you to go there. And then talk about what's happening live. Like, be really rude about it too. Like, when they say something, be like, okay, right now J Powell is saying, and like, order in the court. Like, no. J Powell saying Breakfast Club, this J Powell. You know, I want you there next
We
time.
should send him out paid. We should send
Yeah, we
Clifford
should.
out as the intern of the
Yo,
Breakfast
Clifford,
Club.
you want to be an intern for the Breakfast Club? Go to fucking Washington right now.
Send
Wait,
me,
actually,
man.
first, hold on. First, get me a coffee. I'm in Tangier. Go get me one of those. Then fly back to Washington. Then sit for the hearing. Then you gotta fly to fucking Lake Tahoe and help Zach with his bags to the plane. Then you gotta go to from Subway's hotel in Boston. God, we sound bougie as fuck. This sounds bad. Anyway, Mouse or Mar, whoever wants to go.
A report from Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, you guys are hilarious. Not gonna lie, guys. Like, this is actually a pretty funny show. Yeah. So, like, overall, I would say, like, if you understand how cryptocurrency works, the objective is to utilize crypto, not utilize fiat. So, whenever you see the dips, always buy. Bitcoin explodes when it gets put into the Federal Reserve because it solidifies Fortune 500 companies being able to put in their investments like they truly want to. So, other than that, I always like to say from our community, like we always say, don't be a piece of shit. You can choose everything in life. You can choose to be a good person or a bad person. It's truly up to you. So choose not to be a piece of shit.
And that's not financial advice because this is a recorded space. So even if Bitcoin goes down, doesn't mean you have to buy it, doesn't mean you have to sell it, but it's all our opinions, not financial advice. Love you, Elon. Thank you.
Did you say love you, Elon? Yeah, we should start saying that at the end of every sentence, just in case. You know, we don't want anything to happen to our space. Love you, Elon. There you go. I think this is a good spot to kind of wrap it up, Zach.
Yeah, I think this is great. Yeah, we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Zach's probably flying out. Hopefully he'll be on the show tomorrow. I don't know. He might sleep through it. The whole time zone's crazy. I understand the whole California, East Coast, Midwest, whatever time. It's going to mess him up forever. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Make some money. Nothing's financial advice. Take some profits, put it back into some more stable stuff. Sleep at night. Valentine's Day is coming up. Get your loved one something special. I better buy Shelby something or she's going to kill me.
Be careful. Be careful with USDT. Just be careful.
That's it. I'm going to give her a USDT for Valentine's Day. So we'll catch you guys tomorrow. And have a good day.